What we're going to see here is the effect of flexibility. You're going to see a really nice long backswing. Let's play it in slow motion to begin with. Good and wide, getting the weight shifted to the back. Look at that backswing, that's wonderful. Right on through. Where we're going to work on with this golfer is trying to change this position right here to one where the left arm is lower than the right arm or parallel to the right arm, so that she can release the club a little better. So you can see what's happening here is that the club is passing the hands with the right hand under the club here. That's called casting. There's no lag to speak of. At the impact point, let's see, right about here, I'd like to see the club be on that angle, about 90 degrees. And you can see right now it's at the 180 degree point. So we want to try to build that angle in later into her swing so she can rotate into the shot, use that flexibility to generate more speed. She's got everything going but club lag. She's casting the head of the club at the ball. At setup, we can see that this golfer has a little too much weight back on the heels. And we can tell that because the hip sockets are back over the heels. So that means he's got a lot of mass out behind him, and it's not going to be in a very athletic position. So let's go ahead and watch the takeaway here. A little waggle. Now he's taking the club too far to the inside. What we'd like to see is that there's the swing plane. We'd like to see the club on or above that swing plane. Notice how right about here he starts getting pretty far behind himself, rotating the club very, very open. So then, now he's in a pretty good position. Let's see if he comes down inside that line or over the top. See, here's what we don't want to see. And the reason he's coming over the top, my belief is that he needs to have the right elbow a little closer to the left elbow. So we'll keep him from coming so far over the top. Does route the club pretty nicely back into the line. Notice how he pulls up. Both legs are straightening up here. Pulls that left elbow way behind him and chicken wings it because he's not able to swing the club in a nice rotary motion that direction. Let's just watch this swing in slow motion. So what we have is an extraordinary amount of leg movement on the backswing. See that right there? What he's really done here is he's created kind of this bend that way. So he really hasn't shifted his weight. Definitely his right shoulder hasn't moved behind him. So what we'd like this golfer to do is work a little harder on maintaining the rigidity of the right side. In other words, we want him to load up onto the right leg a little bit more, keep the legs a little further apart so that he can fully load it up. Doesn't ever get the right shoulder behind his neck. Comes down through. Got great lateral movement into the shot. That's really nice. We like to see that move right there. Good extension down the line and through. So what we're going to do is just going to work a little bit more on the takeaway to put him in a better position at the top of the backswing. What we'll see from the face-on view is this golfer is going to cast the golf club. What that means is he's going to try to force the head of the golf club to the ball well before the hands. At impact, the hand should be where the red line is, and so should the center of his lower body. So we'll see what happens here. He does a fairly wide takeaway. Get some width there. Starts down. Now you can see he's already starting to lose the angle of the shaft head. Almost completely gone. Completely gone. Now, all the way back here, the club is starting to pass the hands. So when he gets to the ball, he's lost all of his energy, flipping it with his right hand under. And notice there's been no momentum towards the power line here until well after impact. I'd like to see his hips at about that spot at impact.